Good morning. Okay, so this is part 4 of whatever I named it. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I left off with, I started telling about what happened today, but I needed to tell about, so my husband took her out of all of the classes she's having trouble with and put her in the school within a school program, and she has a free hour, so she's not even getting, so she has the 2 hours of the school within a school, and then she has a free hour. So what she does is she treats it like it's 2-hour lunch period instead of, you know, she has that free hour to actually do some homework, but she doesn't do nothing other than probably sits there on her phone and reads. And that's another thing. In 9th grade to 10th grade, me and her IEP teacher tried to get her to leave her cell phone at home because she would start, instead of listening to the teacher talk in class, she would pull out her cell phone and just start reading Reddit. And, you know, but I think at this point through, you know, in 10th grade, me and the IEP teacher had probably mostly said, I don't know, we can't really help her if she doesn't want to help herself. We gave her all these tools to try to help her learn how to help herself, you know, and she didn't. So in 11th grade, I said, I'm done. My husband took over her IEP stuff with a new IEP teacher that apparently she treats like garbage because he treats her like she's a special ed kid. And it's like, yeah, if you don't want to do your homework, I would talk to you like that too, because, you know, you're obviously needing a little more special attention, and she didn't like being treated like a special ed kid. And it's like, well, if you're not going to do your homework, yeah, and you expect that to be taken out of the regular classes, and now you're in those school within a school, what do you expect? So anyway, she was treating him rudely, calling him names and all this stuff. And of course, I can't do nothing because I said I'm stepping back. So this year, nothing has been done about homework. My husband doesn't keep her accountable for anything. So when she comes home from school, off the bus, she just goes right down into her room, plays on her computer, gets to play League of Legends and whatever else her and her friends do. And, you know, as a parent, I tried to get her friends to hold her accountable for her, you know, non-school work, and none of them wanted to because, you know, I don't know. So now we're going to talk about, you know, and she was doing the school within a school stuff. So like I said, and I didn't even get to go to her IEP meeting because my husband's like, well, you're the one that gave up on her, so now I have to do all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, 1 year you get to fucking do this shit, and then you're treating me like I'm a fucking bad parent because I said I'm done. You know, it was my choice, I guess. My choice to step back, and yeah, I regret it a little bit because they're treating me like, well, Mom doesn't need to know any of this stuff. So anyway, so now we're going to go back to what I was talking about in part 3. Okay, so then I find out that my husband had put this calendar invite on the calendar for next week about meeting with some lady. And he wouldn't explain to me who this person was. And right then and there, that gave me red flags of, oh, this has something to do with something else. So then I asked my daughter, I'm like, who is that person and what is she and why do you have a meeting with her? Oh, I want to get into ALC, Alternative Learning School, or ALS, or something like that. Yeah, the Alternative Learning School. Basically, the school that they send you to if you're a truant kid, the kid that doesn't want to do any work. And you know the reason why she's going is so she doesn't have to be held accountable for anything. And I am so goddamn pissed. I'm angry right now. I am very angry. So because she doesn't want to do anything homework related because it's stupid, and she doesn't want to apply any of her smarts into doing anything. My husband is going to allow her to be a part of this school that is meant for kids who have behavioral issues. The schooling that they put me in when I was a high schooler and said, I don't want to do any of this stuff. But that was me lashing out because I didn't have a loving family to take care of me. Mine kicked me out at 13, and I had to live off the state for the rest of my teenage years. And I wasn't allowed to go to prom because I wasn't allowed to. Because I was in a treatment home, a treatment center. I wasn't allowed to be in a group home or in foster care. Those weren't options for me. But I didn't want that for my kids. I didn't want my kids to be in school where people that were troublemakers, that got into trouble with the law all the time. I didn't want her to be a part of that kind of school system. I'm angry. I'm very angry today because my husband, instead of actually helping her do her work, he's just letting her just do whatever she wants for her last year of school. She's not even going to graduate from the school that, she's going to right now. She's going to be going to graduate from a shitty school that's affiliated with. It's not even a part of. So part of me is like, fuck it. You don't want to fucking graduate from a regular school. I'm not giving you a goddamn graduation party. Fuck it. I'm so frustrated today. Oh, this was 2 years ago. I'd have already went to the liquor store and bought my liquor for tonight. Now I have to learn to deal with this anger on my own. And because I don't have any friends to talk to, the ones that I did have, they don't have time for me. One, she thinks that I can't be around her friends because I'm atheist and all her friends apparently talk about God shit all the time. Because she said, well, you wouldn't get along with my friends because they're religious. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't realize you guys talk about theology all the time. And then I have another friend who decides, well, I'm only your friend when I need something from you. Otherwise, I'm a ghost. I'm not there for you. So I don't have anybody I can talk to about this kind of shit. So that's why I'm making this video. So yeah, this has been a very, 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 very long struggle for her schoolwork. It's all her inability or lack of ambition to want to do homework. And she kept blaming, well, it's the school's fault because the school makes you do a lot of homework. Well, yeah, but just do the homework. I don't know. And then she, of course, would use the excuse with me, well, you weren't even a part of a real school. I don't even have to listen to what you say about anything school related. Yeah, and now look at her. She's trying to get into the same type of schooling. I'm just really frustrated, and I don't know how I'm going to not be angry about this in 10 years. I think I'll look back at it and still go, yeah, that still makes me mad she chose those things. Because I don't want to take care of her for the rest of her life because she doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want to be anything like my younger brother who just sits downtown. He gets money from the government every however long to pay for an apartment, so at least he's not out on the street homeless. But he's basically homeless and doesn't do anything else. I mean, he's got my tax dollars paying for his damn apartment, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't want to try to work. And it's like, that's what I see my daughter's future being, and I don't frickin' want it to be. You know what? I'm going to end right here because I'm going to take my dog for a walk. I've worked myself up so much, I'm starting to sweat. I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. It's not a very good day today. I'm pretty down. So, I don't know. Well, if you listened this far, thanks. Okay, all right. Bye.